How's your spirit? I'm peace. Um, I probably should have sent this out before I started. I did forget about that. It's been a minute since I've done that thing. I'll wait until someone comes in, and I'm only saying that because someone showed up in the chat yesterday before I presume that uh, I need to post the comments. I'm just looking really quick. So what is a poly market ticker? That's what we're going to be discussing. Just give me a moment, please. Okay, so let's just get to the meat of it, which is the Kevin Samuels death. When Kevin Samuels was murdered, most of Black YouTube thought it was a murder, even though folks was like, "Yeah, nah, it was a nurse, this, that, and the third," kind of like Graham. Well, you turn around and in relationship to me, respectfully, and the presidency, and the coming elections, and the tapes. If you read the description, I believe it's on this channel. It may be on my Facebook, but somewhere it says I'm going from homelessness to the White House. I started saying that last year, just about this time, right around the memorial of the murder, assassination of my cousin Demario Perkins by the Memphis Police Department. His son will be 8 years old soon, if I'm doing the math correctly. And he deserves to know that there was someone out there who did all of this so that they could receive justice. So here I am, a contender, because I was a military wife, mother, child. The Tates and I share a military brat background, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. Shaquille O'Neal and my younger sister went to the same middle school at different times in Wilplik, Germany. Shaquille O'Neal shook hands with my ex-husband while I was in the United States. The Miami Heat is out of Florida. Mr. O'Neal is out of Florida. The Tates are out of Florida. People have said they've seen Mr. O'Neal glitching. It's called a 360 deal. Mr. O'Neal's 360 deal may not have been basketball. Maybe he decided to become a rapper. Anyway, I'm an AmeriCorps member. I come here. They are already targeting me because I know certain things about the manosphere. Just not enough for you to care and progress, and they keep doing it now. I know more about what the Manosphere were up to than even the United States government or others. So basically, they were arrested on charges to be extradited because our government is by way of Trump's. And even if it's just because um, Barron was compromised and made his father compromise, you see, they would have targeted his feelings and his siblings' feelings around being treated like nothing but bloodline juice or tax breaks and what. They would have known what to prey upon. Okay, that's what I'll say. In order to get the Trump children to swing their way, which gets us to it. The swinging. See, people in that arena tend to use sex as a vice and their money to provide a lifestyle for whomever they invite into that space. I know I was there. I stopped after the actual swinging parties. Other people, there are parties after the swinging parties. Those are the Diddy parties. Now you can do the easy math. Don't be all, ooh, I understand now. Y'all didn't see it in 2020. I don't understand how. But now when I line it up for you, you're like, oh, I can see certainly how it can be Jay-Z, Puffy, and the Taste. Shut the You refuse to put black people together in the same bubble with them folks until Clive Davis passed away, which implies Clive was holding a lot of y'all's lives hostage. So then y'all thought, ooh, he did, we'll pop our shit, and y'all didn't even know. Here comes Lilo and Stitch. Ah, so to speak. Ooh, confirmation. You know, friend the rock. Why Oprah keep looking, or try to look like she 40, when she close to the 70 stuff? Why does everybody think of Oprah as a gatekeeper? And is Dwayne the Rock Johnson her muscle? Was he? You know, he had a come to Jesus moment recently. I mean, you could say it was the flopping of Moana live, whatever, but you know, he had a come to Jesus moment recently. A lot of people in the entertainment industry are taking a hit at this time, career wise. Why might that be? It's not the dying, not aging that way. Their careers are fading. You know, once you take that Disney deal, you only get 10 years. So the height of it was about 4 to 5 years into it. You get the hard work, the uphill, the uphill, the uphill, and then you get the yay plateau, and then you get the downhill, downhill, down. And you do that every 10 years typically. So a little anniversary thing, you get to come out, you get to talk about what you've been doing, da 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 da, and here's your next project. But that project don't ever come out because you go back in the vault for another 10 years. Right about the time you become irrelevant. And let's see, you've been bad parents, so they can't transition you into to be relevant. You went from a good girl to a bad girl to a wannabe church girl with bad girl tendencies, and that ain't working on nobody like the way that it look on you as a mother of how many? And then there's the fact that you did that whole surrogacy thing that nobody can really afford to do, but they be trying to be like you, and so many other things that you are no longer marketable. And when you become unmarketable, it's remarkable what people will do to be seen. So you came to YouTube, podcasters, you, Kevin Hart, blah blah blah. Especially after people started paying for cable, and y'all started making more of that same trashy content. Try to take over fan base. People wouldn't even go that way. People don't want to see it. They're sick of it. That's what they're leaving. Trash. So if you can give them something worth watching, they'll make up their own shit. I did. And then people started watching me, liking what they were seeing, and all y'all got in your feelings. So this is what you did. You looked into my history, cataloged it, overlaid it on this white lady named Teresa here in Arizona. Because she had just had the gastric bypass surgery, along with this other woman by the name of Tracy, along with Natalie. These three women have had their gastric bypass surgeries in this last 10 years, really the last five. Their mental health is just becoming unstable due to lack of nutrition. They're starving. They're starving to death, and Teresa is using drugs to deal with it. Tracy is following love with people on the internet and getting scammed out of her. And Natalie is eating all day damn long. I witnessed all this. I have. I am 20 years into my gastric bypass journey, and baby, look at me. Mm, I can carry my body weight plus. I can do a host of things. One of the longest living survivors of the surgery without mental health consequences. The surgery can make you suicidal. It can make you an alcoholic. It can make you drug dependent. it can make you a nympho, which is basically what it made Teresa with the assistance of the methamphetamine and body changing. Actually, the body changing part. I went from being 300 and something pounds to like a radical one something. And men started opening doors and turning their cars around. Really, after I lost like the first 60, by the time I had to deploy after my surgery, I had already lost enough weight that men's behaviors were changing. Actually, yeah, I had the surgery and then he left. Okay? So because my recovery, when he came home, he didn't recognize me. He walked right past me. But I realized by then my husband had become a gin. Due to his jealousy and a lot of other things, and the fact that I was in a position to make money, and I was always actually the person who had money in the family, he was very jealous. As well as the attention that I would receive. I had a host of friends. He didn't have very many. He tended to just, uh, be around the people that I was around. He didn't really make his own friends until years later. It's pretty much because I left him out in the end. Which is why I do his part of this. I'll keep trying to leave me out, and that's why I don't really. That's why your boys got arrested. But so anyway, back to it. They were arrested because Teresa consistently said, "Oh, Andy this and Andy that and Andy." She started sending naked pictures of herself, and she was on the internet catfishing folks, kind of. And she had two or three people here in the city, and I was like, "Oh, I see it." There's a lady named Bon Cherry. She was on YouTube. She used to say that she was one of the original camera. This is the height of COVID when they were trying to get people involved in it. You see. So they were trying to run their sex trafficking operation that had once been on the ground, on the internet, and then they were trying to get it back off the internet and on the ground. And then they're trying to get in good with me because they know that I intend on legalizing sex work. Here's the key. I don't work with the manosphere. I know men and women like my cousin Demario who wanted to get out of the lifestyle and were being drugged under by people like Andrew Tate and Tristan. My cousin wanted a mile of land in every state where he could raise his children along with others who were like him who didn't want to go back into the system just because he had a past. And the people who killed him would use it against him. The same way that the city of Tucson has blue waved me since I've been here. Now, you just watched the live stream yesterday where someone came into my chat and threatened my life. Did I say that the FBI even came to check on me? The country that I served in the city administration doesn't give a shit about me. Which is why the president will rot in custody, and so might Barron. Bitch, I don't give a shit. We don't negotiate with terrorists. So if your son isn't in your custody, fuck your feelings. See, it's the cost of doing business as the president of this country. You try to hold me and my children hostage. What did Peach say? No quarter, no shelter. Today's a motherfucking day. You don't keep pretending there's an actual war going on in Iran where you can tell the truth. That I have been verbally bombing the shit out of you all the way back to the goddamn Stone Ages. And I don't give a fuck if they rape and pillage you bitches. In prison or otherwise. We're concocting a peanut butter surprise. Crunchy, nougaty, just the way I hear you like it. According to the Peanut Butter Bros, I mean, the lead attorney and them hoes. Oh, show. See, here's how it goes. In 2020, when they're live streaming, you got this chick, she comes on. I believe her name was Raven. She says that she's a toe model for OnlyFans. That's where you can see them judging who is and isn't worthy of going on a platform or being pimped, so to speak, or where they're gonna go, right? Some people go on to be Kendrick G. Some people go on to be me before I lost my teeth. Some people can't be me now, honey. Never could have been, not even back then. You can't even be the old version of me. Not even the oldest, fucking fattest version of me that was the most insecure, because she still knew her value, bitch. My ex-husband had to marry me, put a ring on that shit, and then do 20 years in the military. Now you tell me how long Jay and them been out here pimping your ass. Oh, and your mamas and your daddies. Not saying that mine didn't intend to, but you see, they betrothed me to another motherfucker. And then I took control of my own life. And they've been keeping up with me and lying to y'all ever since. But hey, go ahead and handle your business because I'm a Disney princess. Along with a host of other things, baby. I am the only princess. See? Every other sitting damn monarchy, presidency, parliament is a lie. But y'all don't know your history. Just like y'all didn't know the story about Teresa and me. But Teresa is a Libra, so am I. Teresa and I met at Sister Jose's Women's Shelter right here in Tucson, Arizona. She's involved in some black magic along with this lady who goes by Shireen. Her other name is Lagasha. See, I don't pull no punches, bitch. I got plenty of time. Pull up on here the hoodoo bullshit, talking about who you connected to. I got time today. Because my stepmother's from Louisiana, and I was always wondering whether or not she poisoned and or put roots on my stepfather in order to be with him. That's for the rest of you veterans out here. You better start checking who is cooking your meals, because y'all get a check that stay coming in. And can't nobody else get shit. Why you think somebody be out here sucking your veteran D for that little bit of money and a slice of cheese? Ooh. Anywho, sir, they in the back of Sister Jose's practicing all kinds of witchcraft and black magic. One little lady goes to jail because she gets into a fight with another young woman, but that's got voodoo dolls by way of two babies. Teresa, bad crab day, sets fire to the back of Sister Jose's. The fire department over on that side can attest to it. And then she either I think it was after that she stabs herself in the head with some scissors and she goes into a mental institution. Right around that time, the narrative comes out that I'm to take Sister down from the inside, not knowing that I'm speaking directly with one of the donors who provides that property for Sister Jose, and that she was under federal investigation for a background clearance in order to be able to transport, to do medical transportation across the state, country. So at the end of the day, honey, it all relates. It all correlates. It's all the same ball of wax. And God's getting his lick back. And I'm cool with that. I never wanted to be a swinger. I never wanted to be in that lifestyle. I think that everyone is beautiful. I believe that the human form is one of God's greatest creations. Yet I'm an Ansel Adams fan, so really, respectfully, Beauty in the Sky. So my father resides, right? Mama always loved guitar. Anyway, um, I say all that to say I'm innocent. One of those women is running around this city spreading an STD. Several of those women attempted to pimp other women. I got a lot of those young women up out of here and off the streets. There's a young woman, I believe her name is Elizabeth. Jerry, you shook my hand. My apologies. You took her inside of that facility, and then there was nothing that I could do. Once they have a hold of someone without me being able to give them the lay of the land, there's really nothing that I can do. And it's about safety out here on the streets. As a woman, you can be easily picked off by the phone. There used to be on the buses signage that said murdered and missing indigenous women and children. Where to go? Did we stop caring? We care now more about immigrants than we do about the people who are indigenous to this country. But that's the media controlling the narrative, hoping you'll get emotional and act out towards immigrants. No, but when immigrants come and do dumb shit, like assault you in public, you have every damn right to turn the camera on them and ensure that they get due justice, if not. So as long as the Tates want to pretend to be Romanian, Brits, or whoever the hell it is, that's where they need to go and be. You Canadians, you think you coming for me? I don't know why, homie. I don't give two shits about y'all. Y'all wanted to help out TLA in this little group. You just didn't know I was more astute internet stuff. I wasn't trying to take down Cassinet, you or anybody else. You ignorant motherfuckers did what you did that you have to eat your consequences. All there is to it. Like you wanted me to eat being alone out here, sitting on a veteran who beat on me. You don't deserve anybody's loyalty, sympathy. Nah, nah. Go get that white lady that fat one is married to. And you take your big forehead Ethiopian ass and lick the. Cause I got time today. I will skull drag all of y'all I can read you for filth. Let's talk about it. Abba, you're a Rolo Tomasi acolyte. You are Sneeko 20 years ago. So who grooming who on the internet, Negro?